If you're a music artist and you feel that you have talent, I believe that inside all of us, we have a gift that we need to share with the world. And I challenge you as a music artist to stop being so goddamn casual when it comes to pursuing your music career. And hopefully this video can serve as a kick in the ass and a wake-up call. So I'm here at my recording studio right now. And whenever I have sessions with artists and they come into the studio, I open up their artist folder and I'm able to see, because everything's sorted by date. And I can see like, bro, you ain't been to the studio in 8 months. We had such a good fucking talk 8 months ago. Like, what the hell have you been doing? And I understand that real life always comes first. It's very hard to be creative and pursue a career and build up a business, because that's what you are doing as you're building your own business. And the name of the business is your artist name. You're a business, you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur. When life gets in the way, it just gets in the way. I understand that. But man, like I said in my very first video on this channel, it breaks my heart to see music artists give up. And you guys gotta remember, I started as a music artist. I didn't give up. I realized that that was not for me. It was like, I need to close this door and open up this one. And I did, and then that brought me here. When one door closes, another door opens. And when opportunity knocks, you better answer. Please stop being so satisfied with things that you did yesterday. In the grand scheme of things, no matter how many people know who you are or have listened to your music, the amount of people that do not know who you are and haven't listened to your music is 100 times that, at least bare minimum. It's a huge world. So why are you so satisfied with like small-minded mentality where people are so complacent and comfortable with terrible results? And this is why I feel, and I really believe, I think that when people say only compete with yourself, so you're competing with the version of you yesterday, I think that's like giving like a 15th place trophy. Why? Because in the grand scheme of things, you're in a race. So it's one thing to be like, yo, you're just competing with the last race. You took 190th place last time, so just take 189th place. Like, pat on the back, good job with effort. Don't be so hard on yourself. That's good advice for weak-minded people, but it's very rare to see weak-minded people make it, especially in this music industry. And I've always said, I love the fact that I have a 99% chance of failure pursuing a career in the music industry, because I don't think that people truly want it as much as me. So maybe you're watching it right now, and if we're competing for the same thing, you're not going to beat me, because I have this desire, this passion, this urge. I'm not being paid for this video. There's things that I can be paid for right now that I'm not doing, and instead I'm taking my time, which time is money. Life is short. It takes time to film these videos, to plan these videos, to edit these videos. I'm doing this to help you, to help someone else out there that maybe all they needed were a few words of encouragement. It's like the sucker too. Different coaches have different ways of coaching. Bobby Knight, he throws chairs, but he's extremely passionate, and that's his way of coaching or teaching. And some people can learn from that way. And I'm pretending that this is like a 16-year-old version of me that's watching these videos, that's interested in becoming a music artist, and they want to know what it takes. And I really want people to want to make it, because it's like right now you may feel like when people ask you what's going on with life right now, how's the music stuff going, you're like, good, good, good. It's like, be real with yourself. Is it good? If you're only competing with yourself, yeah, you can say good, because basically yesterday you weren't doing and then today you're not doing, but maybe a tiny step above. Like I was saying, this is an actual race, and it is a saturated market. So it's cool to have tunnel vision and be focused on what you're doing, but you do need to be aware that you are in a race, and widen your vision and realize, yo, this dude just went. Does that inspire you? The people that are at the top right now, majority of them are not better than you. It's they've done things that you haven't done. Maybe they've been at it and have been more consistent than you. I'm gonna tell you a lesson that I learned. I have another channel where I document my music video business career, and I teach other people how to make music videos. There's another guy on YouTube, and he made a YouTube video. He disclosed how much money he made this year. It was at least triple the amount of money that I made. You know how when you hear songs on the radio and you think to yourself like, man, my music is, and it's not in a hateful way or in a cocky way. You just know, like, through self-awareness in my ear for music, the music that I make is better than the music that this guy makes. But he's got millions of followers and I don't. So you have to be real with yourself and think, what has he done that you haven't done? And that's the that you need to do. In the case with this YouTuber, I feel like whenever he does educational compared to my educational, my knowledge and understanding on psychology and marketing and business principles is far more superior than his, in my opinion. Then I feel like his process for behind the scenes, which can be a very boring thing, his is extremely boring. And I take lots of time and effort into throw jokes in there and cutaways and clips from movies and sound effects and different things like that. So I feel like my behind the scene process is much more enjoyable to watch. Why is he making triple the amount of money that I'm making? What is he doing that I'm not? And I had to be real with myself. And I thought, okay, yeah, I've been on and off with YouTube. I post very randomly. This dude doesn't miss. He's been consistent with damn near at least a video every single week for years. So he crushed me in consistency. Take the blow. I need to be more consistent. And then I switch it and say, I will be more consistent. So now what you do is you think of the artists that if you had to group yourself with 5 to 10 other music artists, that fans of their music would also be fans of your music. Go look up interviews or podcasts, documentaries, and see if you can figure out their story and how did they do it, right? Because success leaves clues. And so now you have this list of 5 to 10 music artists that are above where you want to be, or at least closer to where you want to be than where you are. Go look up how did they do it? How did they do it? Another thing I would do is you can write all this out. Like this is studying, like research and recon is so important. I do this every single day. And so again, it's like, are you going to do this every single day? Are you even going to take notes on this video that you're watching right now? I hope that you do, because if you do, the odds of you retaining the information and remembering this learning are about 50% higher if you actually listen and then write down and take notes. So I hope that you're taking notes. The next thing that you write down is, what do you see them doing right now that you like? So you're like, yo, I like that he's doing this. I like that all his music sounds this way, or I like the fact that he's whatever. You put together a list of all the things that you like or the things that you see working for him. And then you're gonna do these things better than him or her, them, they, it. Then the best part, what you're gonna do is you're gonna find holes in their armor. You're gonna find their weakness. And I want you to write down, what do you see them doing that's not working? What do you think that they should stop doing? Like when every time they do this, it's hurting them. Even if you just think from a fan, like a consumer, like, dang man, what are they doing well? They make really good music. What do they suck at? They only release a couple songs a year. I know some big artists that I've worked with personally. It's like every time they release a song, it's like printing money. And I think, how can you be in that position and know every time you release a song, you make X amount of money? Why wouldn't you not release as much songs as you possibly can? Printing money. My goal is to get you to that point, and once you've built up that foundation, then you reach out and we work together. Please stop waiting for a handout from a record label. I can't tell you how many times that people come to the studio or whatever, it's such a common thing, or I see it on social media and they're waiting on someone to come knock on their door and be like, yo, I heard that you're super talented, I'm about to change your life. Like, that's never going to happen. That does not exist. Back in the day, rapping was so rare, that type of shit did happen, where they would take someone that's talented and kind of mold them into blah, 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 and then they build a rapper and then launch them. Nowadays, labels are not looking for that. What labels are looking for is someone that's already winning. And then they're like, oh, let's get some of that. We'll get them a little bit of money up front, but we're gonna start keeping that. But once you get to that position where you would actually gain attention from a label, you wouldn't take the deal most of the time because you figured it out. You don't need their help. The goal is to be independent, to be self-efficient. I like to be in the driver's seat of my car. I'm in control. So I would highly encourage you to be in control of your own career and your own destiny. There's a lot of skills that you gotta add to your arsenal to be successful in the music industry as a music artist. You gotta have a lot of pieces to the puzzle. Like, talent is just one piece of the puzzle. And that's why when you listen to the radio and you hear people on the radio, there's people that are on right now that aren't as talented as you, because talent is only one piece of the puzzle. All those other pieces, yeah, they're crushing you there. Meanwhile, you're talented. So don't be the starving artist. Understand that this is a business. And with all businesses, let's say that you had a cure for cancer. Would you post about your cure for cancer once a week to your 200 followers and accept that as like a dub and be satisfied? Or would you be uncomfortable because it's hard for you to go to sleep at night because you have this desire to be heard by the world? And you also take account that it is your responsibility to be heard. The sooner that we all realize that it's no one else's fault but ours, the sooner we're able to have the self-awareness kick in and then turn on the problem-solving muscle and be like, I gotta figure this shit out. These people are here. I got a lot of talent. I got a good image. Image is a piece of the puzzle. Charisma, having a look, having a sound, know how to talk to people, being entertaining. When you're performing on stage, you're an entertainer. Your job is to entertain the crowd, not to them to be like, wow, he's lyrical. No, entertain the crowd. A lot of pieces to the puzzle. Which piece of the puzzle do you have questions about? that I could potentially help you out with in future videos. Let me know in the comments below. This is supposed to be like older brotherly love. I f with you guys, and that's why I make these videos. Helping other people win by sharing knowledge that I've learned already, it's a fulfilling type of thing for me. It makes me happy. There's some things that we do to make a living, and then there's other things that we do to make us feel like we're living. And creating content and sharing information that I've learned, that I may have learned the hard way through years of trial and error. We're talking about getting from one island to the other, and I had to swim through the ocean and fight off sharks and this, that, and other, and it took me 3 years to get to the other side. And I can come back and tell you, hey, don't go that way. There's a boat over there that will take you there in 20 minutes. That's the point of this channel. That's wisdom. I don't speak on many things, but the things that I do speak on, I do know a lot about. So I will never steer you in the wrong direction. All right, guys, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so you're notified future videos. I'll see you guys next time. We out.